Thank you, man. Thank you. So welcome everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome everybody to our new show. I just muted DJ J Smooth so he can get the hit there. wind it down. So welcome to our new show, Real Men, Real Honest, and Real Issues. This show was created to empower people, influence mindsets, and transform cultures. This is a weekly show designed to discuss real life issues and allow the audience to interact with us in real time. We will air every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. Thank you for tuning in tonight. As you will see, Blab is a very intuitive platform. You notice to your left, you got questions. There's a chat room. Feel free to ask questions of our guests. Feel free to ask us questions throughout the show. You have the ability to also call in and join us in the hot seat. You will notice two hands at the bottom of the screen. If you're from Miami, it looks like the U. But for Blab, it's give props. So if you like something you hear, be sure to give props. If you don't like something you hear, still give props. So we are your hosts for the show. I am Christopher J. Childs. I'm a graduate of the Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University, located in the beautiful Tallahassee, Florida, on the highest of 7 hills. You can find me on social media at DRK Childs, at DRK Childs. Thank you for tuning in tonight.
And I am Adrian Grimes, 2006 graduate of the Valdosta State University. You can follow me on Twitter at Jadrian Grimes. That's at JADRIENGRIM. Make sure you hit me up.
I'm Byron King, a graduate of Valdosta State University. You can follow me on social media at Kings Court 33. That's KINGSCOURT 33. So once again, that's Mississippi State University. You can tell by the accent.
Hey, and I'm Jonathan Allen, better known as your favorite DJ, DJ J Smooth, graduate of the Valdosta State University. Make sure you follow me on social media, IG, Facebook, at DJ J Smooth with a V82. That's at DJ J Smooth 82 with a V.
So perfect. We have an exciting show planned for tonight, but first we'd like to take a moment to congratulate our co-host, Quentin Sanders, and his wife. They just had a beautiful baby girl over the weekend. Miss Tiffany Estelle Sanders weighing in at 8 pounds and 3 ounces.
Awesome.
Wow. Yeah. So congratulations, Quentin and Vanessa. Quinn is out this week, but he will definitely be back. I got to see her this weekend, fellas. The baby, Tiffany, beautiful, very beautiful young lady. We're adding to the crew, all girls. Literally, the whole crew is all girls. So as we think about this, and ironically, they had a baby girl. Yeah. March is Women's History Month, and it began originally in 1981. So on the show this month, we want to celebrate women, because Women's History Month pays tribute to the generations of women whose commitment to nature and the planet have proven invaluable to society. Thus, in the month of March, the Real Change Show will celebrate women.
Awesome.
And we definitely want you to stay tuned tonight. We have the amazing Tiffany Davis joining us to share her breast cancer story. I met her, guys, amazing young lady, definitely a great story. Definitely a story of perseverance and empowerment. She's going to join us later, and I'm excited to have her on the show tonight.
Awesome.
So changing gears, we have a new segment, and since we're a fairly new show, most of our segments are new segments, and this segment is going to be called His View versus Her View, and we're going to discuss current events. So what we want to do is we want one of our guests to call in for this segment of the show, His View versus Her View. It can be any one of our guests, and you're going to join in on the discussion, okay? So what I'm going to do, I'll pose a topic. Anybody can call in. We're going to have a discussion about the topic.
Cool.
So we just had Super Tuesday. Unless you've been under a rock, you know about Super Tuesday. It looks, and again, I'm not swaying the election. I'm not saying this is the right candidate or the wrong candidate. But currently in the Democratic convention, Hillary Clinton is winning. She is poised to become the Democratic nominee, and regardless of your political persuasion, whether or not you agree with her views, we have a possibility of a woman becoming president and the leader of our country. So we would like to discuss, and preferably we'd like a female to call in for this section, to discuss what are your thoughts in regards to a female president? Again, not of policies, but a female president.
Wow.
So as we think about it, I'm going to still clarify. While we give a guest, anybody can call in. Ashley, I know you're here. You can call in. I saw Shira joining us. Yes, I'm calling out different names of people that could possibly call in. But call into the show to join this discussion. I want you to think, I'm going to frame it this way. If you think about it, currently I have a 5-year-old daughter. When she was born, President Obama was in office. All she knows is the president has always been an African American and a male.
Yeah.
Now there is a possibility that our next president can be a female. So if we think about it, and let's say she wins 2 terms 8 years from now, my daughter can be a teenager, and her reality is the president has always been an African American male, or the president has been a female. So again, regardless of your political views, that's powerful for our children to see in office that this is attainable by anybody. Male, female, white, black, Hispanic. It's attainable.
Yeah.
So again, feel free to participate in our chat on the side. Welcome Tanya Knight. And again, we have an open seat. Feel free to call in. But fellas, what are your thoughts? And we'll get a guest to call in to see what their thoughts are in regards to this. This is history if Hillary becomes president.
Man, you're absolutely right, man. I think it's phenomenal. I mean, you hit on a key point. I mean, us growing up, our lifetime, middle school, high school, just growing up, elementary days, whoever would have thought that, you know, we would have an African-American president, let alone not only for 1 term, but for 2 terms. I mean, that's inspiring. That's motivational in its own right. Now, to potentially move into this next sector of our lives where we could potentially have the first female president in history. I just think that's groundbreaking, man. I mean, it's phenomenal. I mean, look how far we came as a country, as a people, you know. I think it's awesome. I think it's phenomenal.
Totally agree with you, Jay. It's all about the...
Go ahead, Byron. Then we Ashley jumped in the hot seat. And again, after Byron, Ashley, go ahead and speak up. And we can switch out the hot seat. This is a hot topic. So, Byron, go ahead.
I was just saying, basically, it's all about diversity and progression. We can't live in this old age, so everybody deserves a chance. Women are just as capable of doing everything a man can do. And basically, in this world, we shouldn't be so focused on race or gender or things like that. As long as somebody has the right mindset, we should give anybody a fair chance to be in office and hopefully take this country in a better place. That's all I'm for. I'm just all about progression. I'm all about this country going to another level. And I'm all about the future, which is the kids basically having a better education and more success. That's all I'm about. So that's basically all I have to say. I'm keeping it short.
Good deal.
So Ashley, what are your thoughts? You're brave enough to jump in the hot seat for us. Thank you for joining us.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool. I was worried that I didn't remember how to use it from last week. But you all have already made some very valid points, and I would just agree with the things that you've already shared. It does, again, begin to, I think, deflate that bubble that you have as far as what you can and can't accomplish when you're capable and when you're willing to take the risk and take the step out there to do it. It just further kind of shatters those myths, breaks down those bubbles. Obviously, there's still going to be barriers that have to be crossed, but it does make it a more real and tangible thing for more people moving forward. So I think it's a positive thing of the possibility, and we have a number of accomplished women in different professions already. It just adds more to that legacy.
Yeah.
Awesome. And again, it's about a legacy, man. I think that, in my opinion, the country is bigger than just the same old, same old. We're becoming a diverse nation, and we're seeing it across the board. So now we need to start seeing it in our leadership positions. And I want to see a Hispanic one day. I want to see an Asian. I want to see Latino. It doesn't matter. I want to see diversity across the board, not just in the president's office, but also in Congress, principals, CEOs. Like, I think it's that time for us to see change across the country.
And just think about it, Chris, kind of to expound on what you were talking about earlier. I mean, when you, myself, Byron, and Ashley were born, when we first started learning about presidents in elementary and middle school, the first few presidents we learned about were of the lighter persuasion, right?
Exactly.
So now your daughter can potentially have the opportunity of the first two presidents, the first two leaders of the free world that she actually saw, came up around, or potentially an African-American male and potentially a female. I mean, I think that's groundbreaking. Imagine the foundation that's not only going to set for your daughter, but for other individuals with daughters around the world, man.
And you bring up a good point. Be the Best says being a parent of two young girls, I think it'd be inspirational. Like, you can show your daughters this is possible.
Yeah.
And I like what Queen Chassie is saying, equal opportunity.
Yeah.
It's time for a change.
Yeah.
Kicking down the door. That's all it takes. You see one person kick down the door, you get inspired by it. You know, you can also do it. That just motivate people, especially kids. They say, oh, I can do that, man. If they did that, Mom, I can do that. So it's inspirational. It motivates.
Exactly. If we think about it, if it's something you've never seen done before, how likely are you to say, I can do it? If you have faith, you may say, I can do it. But I like to see someone do it and say, if they can do it, I know I can do it.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
Well, good stuff. I like this topic. We had some decent action in the chat room. We need a little bit more action in the chat room. Ashley, thank you for joining us this segment. We're going to switch you out and give someone else another chance. But Ashley, tell people real quick, shout out who you are and what you do, because you were on our show prior. So just a quick snippet of who you are and what you do before I kick you off.
Ashley Troutman, financial representative with Woodman Life, helping people plan retirement futures, helping to understand the importance of their liquidity needs upon the time of death, also during retirement years, just overall financial planning in a nutshell. But you can follow me on Twitter at AC Troutman. And also my cell number 863-661-0414 for any planning needs that you may think you have.
Again, thank you for joining us, Ashley. We appreciate it. As always, I'll put your information in the sidebar for chat. If you need a financial planner, Ashley C. Troutman. Thank you.
Thank
you. So,
guys,
let's change gears. This is a topic. Again, you can call in for it. This is an important one. There's a Kentucky bill that requires the spouse's consent. You guys may have heard about this. It requires spouse consent for a husband to obtain Viagra. So what has to happen if you're married and you need to get a prescription for Viagra? You have to get consent from your spouse for the Viagra. And you have to give a sworn statement with your hand on the Bible. And that prescription would only be used for sex with your legal partner. So again, in the audience, feel free to join us. Tiffany Davis is coming up later, but this is a pressing topic. You have to have spousal consent to gain Viagra. What DJ J Smooth 82 says, don't be shy. So what are your thoughts about having to have your spouse's consent?
I mean, I guess my answer would be you're only supposed to be doing that with your spouse anyway. So if they got to sign off on it, then if that's what you need to do to get it going, you gotta do it. What's your take, Byron?
Byron, what's your take on it?
I feel the same way. So I guess they're basically saying, if you're gonna do that, I'm gonna make sure it's with this one person. They're gonna make you put a hand on the Bible like you're in court. Like it's you're gonna say, I'm only gonna mess with this person, but still, I guess they're trying to say, if you're trying to keep it up for somebody else, you might be trying to take the Viagra to keep it up more than just your wife. So that's why the wife got to go there, and she knows about it, and she's the only person that's gonna be getting it. So hey, I don't like it.
When you think about it,
that's all.
And to keep it PG, let's say you've had issues in the past, and you don't have relationship with your wife, but you go get this prescription, and she doesn't know about it. So I guess it's like, honey, you have this prescription. Why do you have it? We don't do anything. So, Gabrielle G. Brinson, I see you join us. What's your thoughts on this topic?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah.
What's up, Gabby? Hey guys, I'm not sure what they're trying to accomplish by asking for a spousal affidavit. I don't know if they're trying to stop cheating. I'm not sure what the necessary reason would be for the spouse to know, because if that's what they're trying to accomplish, people are going to cheat without, they're just going to get the Viagra illegally. So I'm not sure why the spousal approval is even required. I mean, maybe the person that's having that issue, he doesn't even want his wife to know that he suffers from that, and that's more embarrassing for his relationship. I'm just, under any other circumstances, you wouldn't have to give your health information. So why would you have to give it in this scenario?
That's interesting. That's very good point. What are your thoughts, fellas?
You can always get your hand on something illegally, pretty much guns, drugs. So some people might just go across the border to maybe Tennessee or North Carolina or something, find a way to get it. They'll make a 2 or 3 hour drive just to get something like that. So it's always ways around everything. So I guess they're trying to make it a little bit harder for you to basically go out and do wrong.
Yeah, I guess they're just trying to, help control infidelity on the front end in Kentucky, I would assume. I mean, like you said, people get legal things all the time for me. So, if it can help with that, it's good. But, other than that, I agree with Gabby. I agree with Byron.
Now, DJ J Smooth A2 in the chat room says a 2 to 3 hour drive would be well worth it.
Get a blue diamond.
But if you think about it, from a hustler's perspective, they're legalizing marijuana. This may be the next big drug. Like, hey man, I got those pills. 2 for $5, 2 for $10. Great discussion, guys. Thank you, Gabrielle, for joining us in regards to powerful use of Viagra. Let's change gears. One more topic. This is a topic near and dear to me because we just had Super Tuesday, and it's voting. We have to understand, guys, and again, anyone can call in. We're not discussing who's the right candidate, who's the wrong candidate, but just how important it is for us to vote and to exercise our right. And if we think about history, especially being Women's History Month, we talk about minorities not always having the opportunity to vote. Women at one point could not vote. So now everyone in this country has the opportunity to vote. Guys, how important is voting?
Extremely important. My family, our elders, they fought hard for this opportunity. I know my family, I speak personally, my mom and dad, they stayed on me about voting, especially, after I left the house, after I was 18, when I was in college, and as I've been of age. And I can't remember an election where my mom didn't call me when I was supposed to be voting and making sure I actually went out to the polls. A lot of people say it sounds so cliche. When you vote, that's your voice, So we always complaining about things that are not going right. But, we don't go out to the polls and try to make a difference and cast our vote. So coming up in my household, it was extremely important. Extremely important.
I'm going to piggyback off you a little bit, Jay. We have to understand, instead of sitting at home complaining about what's going on in the world, what's going on in society, we had an opportunity to make a change. Now that, like you said, people fought for us and they couldn't vote at one time. Now we're able to vote. We take it for granted. We still sit at home and we think our vote won't count. If everybody stops thinking like that, our vote will count because it's power in numbers.
Yeah.
And people have to understand that. So we need to get out and vote. We need to make a change. We need to get the change that we want. We need to stop sitting at home, just looking at the TV all day and expecting change without getting up.
Right.
So you got to do something about it and just stop talking. You got to be about it.
And that's the thing. Everyone wants to sit and complain, I don't like this, I don't like this. But over half of American eligible voters do not vote.
Wow.
So imagine if that half voted. We can totally change the landscape of politics. And voting is free. You don't pay for it. So no one can give me a good reason why you're not a registered voter and why you do not vote, period. Especially in places where you can early vote.
Yeah.
So I guess unless you guys can come up with a reason, what's one reason one would not be, I shouldn't vote because of this?
Well, one thing to kind of piggyback on what you just said, Ashley kind of just summed it up right there. Voting is essential. It's what makes America America. I think a lot of people make excuses in a sense. They become lazy, after they make those excuses. And some people just don't do the research. And they'll use that as an excuse about, I don't know who to vote for. I don't know. I mean, it's like going to school. You have to educate yourself. I think knowledge is power. You can never read enough. You can never read too little. The more you read, especially about something that's positive, we're talking about laws that affect our everyday living as human beings. I would think that should be a high priority. That should be at the top of your list. This could potentially affect your family. Laws that go in place now can potentially affect your children's children's, and your children's children's. I'm talking about 4 generations deep potentially. So, it should be of the utmost importance, especially if you're a family man or woman in your household with children, to help get the word out. Voting is extremely important. It's what makes America America. And if we don't get out and allow our voices to be heard, it's nothing for you to say.
Exactly. And to wrap this conversation up, actions speak louder than words. John Blaze said that. And again, you can't think about it just from your perspective. You got to think about your children's on down the line. As QTPie 7691s, if you don't vote, don't complain.
Don't complain.
Period. Right. And I'll take it a step further. If you don't vote and bring somebody to the polls with you to vote, don't complain. Because it's easy for you to vote. Think about someone who, let's say it's an elderly person, take them to the polls. If it's a young person, sign them up to vote. But everybody needs to vote. I don't want to hear excuses in this election. This is our chance to be change makers. Let's make a change.
Make a change. That's it.
But thank you guys for this new segment. At least Ashley called in. We thank Gabrielle for calling in. Yeah. Again, this is an intuitive show. You can call in. It's not a bad thing. We want you to join us in the discussions. Again, the amazing Tiffany Davis is joining us very soon, so be patient. Byron is going to bring it back to, we have Women's History Month. We're going to continue talking about it, and Byron is going to give us some more information in regards to Women's History Month.
Well, basically, in honor of Women's History Month, we would like to take the time out to recognize not only a woman, but a foundation. We would basically like to recognize the Susan G. Komen Foundation, founded in 1982 by Nancy Goodman Brinker. And basically, it's for her sister, Susan Komen, who basically died of breast cancer. The foundation basically focuses on breast cancer, and it's been very, very profitable and very positive and constructive and productive in helping people out who have developed breast cancer.
And just thank you so much for that, Byron. This segment of the show has been brought to you by Blaze Fit. Blaze Fit in Atlanta is the premier fitness club in Atlanta, Georgia. So make sure you check out Blaze Fit. Now, They have a promo going just for you watching the Real Change Show. The first 10 people to tweet hashtag BlazeFit. I'm going to type it in the chat. The first 10 people to tweet hashtag BlazeFit would get a $75 gift card for Blaze Fitness. They're on Twitter at BlazeFit21, Instagram at BlazeFit21. But you tweet them, you get a 75. You tweet the hashtag BlazeFit. They're going to give you a $75 gift card. They're located in Atlanta. Brand new facilities, awesome facilities. Best trainer I know in the business. Check out Blaze Fit. Make sure you tweet them $75 gift card, courtesy of Blaze Fitness and the Real Change Show.
That's awesome, man.
Awesome, man.
Somebody put in Blaze Fit for me so I can get that $75.
Hey, I'm about to move to Atlanta.
I need that gift card.
Hey, Jaden, we would like to find out where everybody is from tonight. So basically, everybody, if you don't mind, over there on the side, just type in where you're from, and maybe we can shout you out real quick.
Wow, we have somebody tuning in from New Zealand.
And you made it NZ. You're a long way away. We appreciate it. Pompano Beach, Florida. YT24. Alex Clayton 2. Daytona Beach. John Mr. Troutman, Lakeland, Florida.
You got Daytona Beach? Okay.
Daytona Beach, Pompano Beach.
Again, where you're from, type it in the area. We got Polk County, baby, by the way. Hey, actually, shout out John Cox Elementary. That was my elementary school, too.
You got Vita Bill from Polk County. That was your elementary school. Radiant _ Sport, Miami, Florida. Real Change Show.
Texas, man. Thank you, Jason.
Hawaii, all right. Okay. Fort Lauderdale. Academic Rocks, support the movement. Where you from has been brought to you by Java Enterprises. You can find them on social media at DJ J Smooth.
DJ J Smooth. Smooth.
Thank you, DJ J Smooth, for that. Again, throughout the show, we're changing gears, guys. We're talking about breast cancer and breast cancer awareness. This is what everyone is tuned in for tonight. I'm going to give you some statistics. In 2016, it is estimated in the United States there will be 246,000 new cases of invasive breast cancer. That's a lot of cases. That's 250,000 of people. About 1 in 8 U.S. women will develop intensive breast cancer over the course of her lifetime. In women under 45, breast cancer is more common in African American women than white women.
Wow.
And one thing we have to think about, we'll talk about this a little bit later, breast cancer not only affects women, it also affects men. It's rare in men. That's why you don't hear about breast cancer as prevalent as, let's say, prostate cancer, but it does occur in men. So now we're going to have the amazing Tiffany Davis calling into the show. I know what everyone is tuned in for, to talk about her story and her journey.
Ladies and gentlemen, as Chris just alluded to, tonight we're touching on a very, very personal subject, which I'm sure has touched, each and every one of our lives in some shape, form, or fashion, and that's breast cancer. Byron was talking about the Susan G. Komen Foundation earlier, and I actually read some statistics because we're getting ready for the Susan G. Komen race here through my company, Wells Fargo. We're going to be participating in it in May. But they said that every day in Metro Atlanta, so the 13 counties that make up Metro Atlanta, 7 people are diagnosed with breast cancer. So in the 13 counties that are here in Metro Atlanta, 7 people are diagnosed with breast cancer. And they're expected that one of those 7 people will lose that battle with breast cancer. That's insane. That's insane. And joining us to discuss this, I see that she's just joined in. Tiffany, thanks so much for joining. We have the beautiful and amazing Miss Tiffany Davis. Hey, Tiffany.
Tiffany.
Y'all help me welcome Tiffany to the show.
How you doing, Tiffany?
Hey, Tiffany. Welcome to the show. Thank you for coming on for us.
Can you hear us, Tiffany?
Tiffany, we can't hear you.
Can't hear you, though.
This is what we're going to do. We're going to log you out and just call back in. Okay, Tiffany? All right. We're going to try it again. Always technical difficulties. I have a coworker, when we have technical issues at work, he says every now and then a pencil lead breaks off. So we can't just blame technology. Things happen.
Word.
So perfect. Let's get our sound working.
Yeah. I'm definitely excited that she's joining, though, for sure.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
What about now?
Hey, Tiffany.
There we go.
How you doing?
Hi, how are you guys doing?
Doing great.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight and your willingness to share your story. We appreciate it.
No problem, no problem.
You have a good day today?
I did.
Good. I had a great day. Great day. We were excited. It's been a big buzz that you were joining the show, so we're definitely excited again to have you on. Thank you so much. I know you could have been doing anything, but being able to come on to the Real Change Show and share your story, we really appreciate that. So I guess we'll go ahead and jump right in. And just my first question, I'll totally dive in. Just what made you decide to become an advocate for young ladies with breast cancer? Like, what was that factor that made you want to become an advocate?
I actually hesitated a little bit when I first was diagnosed. It's a very vulnerable subject, and sometimes you don't want people to take advantage of you while you're going through your process. But in the summer of last year, I applied for a program which caters to young women who were currently battling the disease or have gone through the disease. And in that program, it was maybe like 13 women, and they basically just taught you how to advocate, how to be an advocate for yourself, how to put your hands on resources. And not many people know of the resources that are available for women that are fighting the disease. There's so much out there that you can get your hands on. So many like free programs that can assist you with co-pays and just basically getting through your diagnosis. So once I completed that program, it kind of inspired me to go out into the community. Well, that was one of the goals of the program. You had to actually commit yourself to some goals to go out into the community and basically spread the word on not only awareness, but how you can advocate for yourself, whether it be through social media or politically, getting to the laws of breast cancer and things like that. So it kind of just knowing that so much is out there that people don't really know about inspired me to just, speak out more on the subject.
Gotcha. Thank you. I know you spoke a little bit about when you first, wanted to become an advocate to actually help put the word out there to inspire others. But what were your initial thoughts when you first discovered that you had it? Like, what were your initial thoughts? What was going through your mind? Like, what were you thinking? How was that day? Kind of walk us through that process.
I do have a family history. So initially, I was a little afraid. I'm not going to lie, as anyone would be, because it's something serious. Like you stated, not everyone wins their battle. But it could be very challenging. So my thoughts were, I mean, I saw my grandmother go through it firsthand, and I just knew that whatever needed to be done, I was gonna do it. If I had to change my diet, I was gonna do that, which I did. If I had to drink any type of herbal tea or anything of that nature other than chemo, because there are alternative medicines that you can do. So I basically just changed everything about myself during the process. Initial thoughts, positivity, remain positive.
Wow.
Prayed. I prayed about the situation and just tackled it. Did what I had to do.
Wow. I mean, you said something key there. Not only did you pray, but just staying positive. Which I know, wow, I mean, that's a difficult time that you're going through. It just having that mind state and knowing, it's kind of here now, and I got to stay positive in order to move forward. I mean, we definitely commend you for that. Looks like we have a Twitter question that we'll take. And audience, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube on The Real Change Show. So the Twitter question for you, Tiffany, let me see here. One, how old were you when you found out you had it? And how did people treat you initially after the diagnosis once they found out outside of family?
I was 28 when I was diagnosed.
Okay.
And people were very supportive.
Awesome.
Like I said, it's a very vulnerable time, and you really don't expect a handout, really. You don't want people to feel sorry for you. You don't want pity. But I had a really, 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 really good support system.
That's awesome.
Initially, my friends came up with the idea to start a t-shirt campaign. And I can remember we said that we would only start off with 20 shirts to sell, just for assistance with medical expenses that were coming in. And to our surprise, we received a lot of support. We sold over 300 shirts.
Wow.
So the support has been really, really, really good. And it kind of uplifts the person too when you have that great support system.
And I'm pretty sure that definitely helps you when you're telling your story, and when you're inspiring others, talking to their potential support system that's around them, that, when they hear your story and you talk about how supportive your family and your friends were, I know that helps, and I know that motivates them too as well. So thank you for sharing it. I know that's important. Well, anytime that you're going through anything, having, family and friends support you, but definitely something like this. So now, how do you think, just telling your own personal story, how do you think that will help others, battling this disease?
It's funny because you never know how God is going to use you.
Oh, wow.
When I was diagnosed, I really didn't know what the message was. And it actually has been to be able to help someone else. I have a close friend that's recently diagnosed, maybe a few months after I've completed like my chemo and everything. And just being that strength for her, because she can look at me and say, well, Tiffany made it, and she did this and she did that. And it's an inspiration to her. Not only does she has me as a resource now. She can come to me if she's going through a bad day or anything like that. I've gone through it, so firsthand I can be able to tell her. It's not like people being empathetic and saying, oh, I feel what you're going through, when they actually don't know. So she has that firsthand. And back to like going out and speaking about it, I've been that contact for another young lady as well. So just being able, and I'm very open, and I exchange numbers with people, and I have people contact me about any type of questions that they may have, since I've gone through, or I'm a few steps above their process. So I'm able to just give them a little insight on what's going on.
Wow. I mean, That's some powerful stuff. I mean, we were talking about purpose a few shows back. And I mean, here is a real life example where you're dealing with a personal issue and, you know, God is using you to inspire and motivate others that are going through the exact same thing. And they're just spreading the word. What I want to know is, I mean, where do you get like your inspiration? Like to be, it seems that you're so strong. Mm-hmm. I mean, where do you get your inspiration from? Like, where are you getting this from?
I think it's more just remaining positive. And like I said, the support, like as long as you have people surrounding you that are there to support you, it's like, how can you be down on yourself?
True.
I mean, so the support is like the best thing that you can have. Like just someone to always be surrounded. My friends never let me like be alone during the process. I always had at least someone to come with me when I was in my chemo sessions. So just the support, they give me the strength that I need. Like I could never be down on myself because they're always there.
Wow. And I'm sure that's something you preach, especially when you're out speaking and sharing your story, that how important that support system is when you're going through something like this. Even bigger question, very broad, like how, in any way you want to answer this question, how has cancer like changed your life? How has it changed you?
Cancer has changed me tremendously. I've never been very outspoken. And since the diagnosis, it has allowed me to network with a lot of people. Like even being on a show such as this, I probably would have never done something like that had I not been diagnosed, or even speaking out in public. I probably would have never done that. Just being open. It has really, I mean, I've allowed myself to push through the adversity. And use it for something better. It's just, like I said, I'm able to speak openly about everything. Like I'm kind of like an open book now. And I wasn't like that before. I was kind of private and to myself.
Wow. I mean, it seems to me, I mean, Byron, Quint, chime in at any moment here, but a lot of times, you know, I think we were speaking about this a couple shows ago, you know, God will allow us to go through pain to totally us into our purpose and what we're supposed to be doing. And he's able to pull those gifts out of us in order to walk us in our purpose. I mean, you went through such and overcame such an insurmountable odds. I mean, like you said, even getting on a platform like this and coming to enjoying this show, this is something that you may not have done pre-cancer, but post-cancer, now you're here sharing your story and inspiring and motivating so many other people. I mean, wow. Quentin, Byron, anything?
She's amazing. I was kind of getting emotional over here because not breast cancer, but I have lost a family member to cancer before. So I just was listening to you. You have a lot of courage. You have way more courage than I do, and you are amazing. A lot of people are going to continue to look up to you. You are a prime example of what anybody should be, not just a woman, what anybody should be. And I admire you. I just met you tonight, and I'll continue to pray for you, even though I don't know you, and what you overcame and your success. And I want to thank you so much for just joining this platform and just basically speaking all that positivity and everything into everybody else. Thank you.
And Tiffany, just to echo what they said, I've known you, it's been about 10 years now.
Wow.
So I've known you pre and post, and it's funny how you say you were shy, you were quiet, and now you're essentially a spokesperson for the cause, and continue sharing your story. And one thing Jadrian and I have talked about, Byron also, we do a call outside of the show. And it's so important we don't understand for others to hear our stories. A lot of time we want to keep it to ourselves. But when we think about how God works, he gives us different things and testimonies, not for us. It's really to how we're going to help someone else. And as you're saying, you're helping your friend go through it. This is how God works. And we know God doesn't make mistakes. And we thank you so much for taking time out, sharing your story with us. Tiffspirational, you do a lot of different things. Continue doing what you do. And whatever we can do to support you, you let us know, and we're there to support you.
Okay, thanks.
Tiffany, thank you so much again for joining and just coming on. And I mean, the courage that you have, I mean, it's just, it's unmatched. I mean, thank you so much for joining us, taking time out. We want you to know that you're always welcome to the show. We
always.
Wednesday night at 9 o'clock. You're welcome. Call in, chime in, interact anytime you want to get on. And if there's anything, anything that Real Change Show can do or the host to support you, please let us know. How can you be reached? I know a lot of the audience may want to reach out to you. They may have questions. So if you'll share any social media handles or whatever information you want to share so that the audience can reach you, we'd appreciate it.
I'm on Facebook as Tiffany Renee. Renee is spelled RE''Nay. I'm on Instagram, Tiffspirational, I believe it's _. And then Twitter. I just got back on Twitter. I think my Twitter name is Pretty Fly. Don't judge. But it's PRETTIFLYY.
Awesome. I'll put your contact information over in the chat room, on the chat part for our followers. Go follow her, watch her story. It's amazing. And this is just really the beginning of her story and her movement.
Yeah.
So please make sure you follow her and stay in touch with us. QPie7691 says you are pretty fly.
Thank you, cuz.
But again, thank you for joining us, Tiffany. We're going to definitely have you back on, not even just to talk about what you're doing, but for our motivational moments. Like, you're the prime person for this inspirational speaking, motivational speaking we do, to just tell you and inspire others. But again, thank you. The co-host, we thank you for coming on. We'll definitely bring you back on in the future.
No problem. Thanks for having me, guys.
Thanks so much, Tiffany.
Right.
Take care.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Fellas, that was an amazing segment with Tiffany Davis. We're going to continue to follow her for our viewers. Thank you for tuning in. She'll definitely be back on in the future. She's going big places, and she and I have been talking off camera with her some different things, the partnership to keep going forth with the movement. So now, changing gears, we have another new segment called Battle of the Sexes. And what we're going to do in Battle of the Sexes is male against female, man against woman. We need two people to call in for Battle of the Sexes. Obviously, one male, you represent all the men in the world right now.
Need a strong man.
Strong man to call in, and we need one female to call in for the Battle of the Sexes for our new game we have on the show.
Females gonna lose.
Who's gonna lose?
Females gonna lose.
The females are gonna lose. We need one to call in, Jadra. So far, everyone has been hesitant to call in tonight.
Come on, fellas.
Come on. Young ladies, we have a lot in the room. Just hit the call in button. The questions are not too hard. We just want to do something different. DJ J Smooth says, "Where my dogs at?" DJ J Smooth. I don't know what's going on. We just need two people to call in.
One fella, one young lady. Call in. Battle of the Sexes. Who's it gonna be?
Now we have one person calling in. That's it. Quentin, can you hear us?
Don't be shy.
We may have, if it's Quentin, we may have us a guy. We need a young lady to call in.
Quentin, can you hear us?
Quentin's still calling in. Jadra, we have a room full of people, and nobody wants to call in.
I don't want to call nobody out, but I need somebody to step up and represent. Somebody for the ladies. And we need a young man to call in.
The worst case, you and I can represent for the guys.
Game over.
We need some. We may even call Tiffany back in. So Tiffany, if you're still on, call back in for this part of it. You can represent the young ladies. We're trying to get Quentin to call in.
Is that Quentin calling in?
Hey, Quentin, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, perfect.
Big dude.
You're representing for the guys, Quentin. Where you calling in from, Quentin?
Blakely, Georgia. Hold up.
Okay.
BG, baby. Yeah.
So perfect. Tiffany's going to call back in for us. So perfect. So now, Quentin, You're representing for all humanity and men right now, okay?
Bet.
You're back in.
Hey, Tiffany.
Now, how it goes is we're going to ask 5 questions. A question for the guys and a question for the young ladies, and keep score. If you get it right, you get a point. If you get it wrong, you don't get a point. We okay with that? Tiffany, we can't hear you again. Hang up, Tiffany. We're going to call back in. So now, Jadrian, Tiffany has a fan club right now. We noticed in the chat. So
you see that, right? Like,
let's see if our fan club helps us. But Quentin, you with the guys. We have faith in you. Tiffany, go ahead and call back in.
Look, hey, Chris, look in the chat. Go Tiff.
Yeah.
Back Tiff. Go Tiff.
They say Tiff is going to win. Okay, let's see. Quentin, where you at, man?
Hello?
All right, perfect. So here we go. Tiffany, we're going to ask you a question. It's Battle of the Sexes, so it's going to be a question for you, Tiffany. You may know the answer, you may not. You get one chance. Are you ready?
Ready.
All right, here's the question. If an athlete wins the Heisman Trophy, what sport are they playing?
Football.
Oh, she got it right.
All right. That was easy.
Tiffany, what we talked about earlier.
So, Quentin.
Yeah.
We need you to get this one right.
Oh, big dose.
Hold on. Here's a good one for you. You know this one, Quentin. I'm giving you a pep talk. Which cosmetic company uses the slogan, maybe she's born with it, maybe it's
Maybelline.
One for the guys. Tiffany, are you ready?
Ready.
I got one. Which baseball team calls Fenway Park their home?
Repeat. Can you repeat the question?
Yes, I can repeat the question. What baseball team calls Fenway Park their home?
That's a hard question.
We just hey, all the guys know this answer.
I'm not Googling the answer.
Oh, you Googling it. Get your hands off.
That's not fair.
So, do you know the answer, Tiffany? Yes or no?
DJ Smooth doesn't even know the answer. No, I don't.
Jadrian, what's the answer? Jadrian, what's the answer?
Boston Red Sox.
Boston Red Sox, Tiffany. Sorry.
Yeah,
all right, here we go. Quentin.
Yep.
Listen now. We in this. To make the perfect hair bun. What clothing item can you use?
A hair bun?
Hair bun. What clothing item can a woman use to make the perfect hair bun? Come on.
Scarf?
No, man.
Hair bone?
A sock, man.
Stop, dude.
Stop. Man, that would come.
All right, I got Tiffany. I got one for you.
A sock.
A sock, man. A sock.
Already.
So it's been 2 questions. We're only doing 5 questions. So far it's 1-1. Tiffany, here's your question. Name 4 of the original members of NWA.
That's too easy, Chris.
Hey, I'm trying to be nice. She got a fan club. She don't know it, though.
Chris.
Wait, she don't know it. Be quiet. She doesn't know it. Go, Tiffany.
Ray. Ice Cube. Eazy-E.
She looking over to.
Don't be looking at
Arabian Prince.
Who?
Arabian Prince. Who is that?
Arabian Arabian. That's the horse that race. That's the horse from the Kentucky Derby.
Baby.
That is the original. We have that is the original.
Arabian
Prince raced in the Kentucky Derby, not a part of NWA.
Hey, you could have said MC Yellow. You could have said Doc. You could have said DJ Yellow. I would even have took Suge Knight just to give you a chance. So
that was a nice try, though, Tiffany. You got
still one for the ladies. All right, Quentin.
Right.
Name the 5 Kardashian sisters.
He doesn't know that.
Be quiet. Name the 5 Kardashian sisters.
Let's go, baby.
5 on?
He doesn't know.
I thought it was just Kim, Kylie.
Wait.
That's one.
Kim.
Oh, okay. Wait, that's 3?
He said Kim.
Is it Kylie?
Kim, Kylie, and Chloe. Okay.
Who the other 2?
What are the 3? I mean, other 2.
He doesn't know.
Wait.
Who is it, Tiffany?
Hey, does Blue
Kim, Chloe, Kendall, Kylie, and Courtney.
Yeah. You watch the show, Tiffany?
I used to watch the show.
Gotcha.
I got one for you, Tiffany.
Okay.
The points.
Nobody. It's tied. Okay, Tiffany. Here you go. 2 more questions left. Tiffany, where would you find a motherboard?
A what?
Where would you find a motherboard?
In the church.
Church.
Hey, good answer though.
Hey,
you got right now.
Tiffany, in the computer, okay?
The computer?
Hey, can I speak?
Okay. Quentin.
Big dude.
Yes.
We need you, baby.
Hold on. This is a good one.
Go.
When do you eat the top of your wedding cake? When do you eat the top of your wedding cake? Oh, Lord.
You married.
Oh, and he's married? He doesn't know?
Oh, your anniversary.
Which one?
It ain't your first
No,
one?
he said the first one. He said the first one.
I said the first one.
My boy representing.
They told me that.
All right, Tiffany.
Nobody wanted to. Yes.
Stay smooth, say 6 months.
The guys got 2, Tiffany. You have 1, so you can tie. The question was, what was the question? When do you eat the top of your wedding cake? So, Tiffany, here's your question. Since they say I'm not being fair to you, I'm getting text messages that I'm not being fair to Tiffany.
Haters.
Exactly.
Haters.
Fair.
Man, you get
Here you go, Tiffany.
Tiffany, we being fair, right?
No.
Tiffany, I give you a choice. Do you want a music question or a sports question? I give you a choice.
There you go.
Music or sports?
I'll say music.
Perfect. Name one of the members. I'm going to give you 3 choices, 3 groups to choose from. Name one of the members of Wu-Tang Clan or Goody Mob.
Goody Mob. Wait.
We not saying anything. One member, just one person.
You need some help, Tiffany?
Tiffany, I give you a lifeline because you can't. They can be in Goody Mob, they can be in Wu-Tang Clan or Outkast. One member.
Wu-Tang Clan.
All right. We give you some more. Okay.
Good job,
the
Tiffany.
ladies have 2. The guys have 2, but this is the question.
Did
Quentin,
you Google that, Tiffany? All right.
Quentin, here's one for you. What do you? Is Quentin on here?
He left.
Jadron, what happened to Quentin, man?
Dude, man, he down in
He give
Oh
up.
man.
down in South Georgia, man.
Women win.
Wait. People call it in, try to.
Yeah, they need to come. What DJ J Smooth at? Call in, Smooth.
He's trying to call in.
Let DJ J Smooth call in and pick. Oh, there we go.
Quentin.
Here we go. My bad. What was the question?
Okay.
Here we go. This is the last one. This for the win, man. This for the win. What do you call a single diamond set alone in a ring? What do you call a single diamond set alone in a ring? Like on your ring finger. What do you call a single diamond set alone in a ring? Come on.
Hey, my bad, fellas.
Wait. It's a tie. So we got one question.
Let me get some
break the tie.
options.
No, we got one question. Tiffany, you get this one question. Both whoever answers first incorrect wins.
Incorrect or correct?
You with me?
Oh, correct. Okay.
Correct.
Hit that buzzer, big dude.
Both of you. Here we go. On what piece of clothing? On what piece of women's clothing would you be likely to find an underwire?
Me, bro.
Oh, you got it. Quentin got it.
No. I didn't know we were supposed to answer at the same time.
Hey, what was the answer to that? The question was that a carrot?
Hey, don't go back to the question.
No, that was a solitaire.
A solitaire. Oh man.
Hey, Quentin, we thank you for representing for the guys. Tiffany, we thank you for talking about movement. But when it came to the game, hey, how do we cheat? Your fan club can help you.
But when it comes to
we love you, Tiffany.
This is a man's world.
Thank you. Thank you, Quentin, and thank you, Tiffany, for this segment called Battle of the Sexes. Battle of the Sexes was brought to you again by Blaze Fitness. All you have to do is tweet the hashtag BlazeFit. You get a $75 gift card. Hashtag BlazeFit, $75 gift card to Blaze Fitness in Atlanta. Again, thank you, Quentin. Have a good one.
All right, have a good one.
Double salute.
All right, thank you. And Tiff, thank you again for participating in this segment.
All right.
Jadron, that was classic. Man. That was classic. Now, as we bring it full circle, one of the key elements of this show is empowerment. We want everyone to go after their goals and go after their dreams to reach higher heights. Thus, we have motivational moments. And it's a brief motivational period as we close out our shows, just to encourage you. We always say Wednesday is hump day. To close out our show, we have Byron on this week for our motivational moment.
Okay, I'm going to make this real quick and simple. Basically, back in 2012, a time in my life where I was basically hit rock bottom. I had no funds. I really had minimum support outside of my best friends and my mother. And, of course, God, number one. I basically made a move on faith. So I basically want to let people know I moved to Florida 4 years ago on faith. I got a great job, made good money, became very financially stable, all because of me believing in God and me taking a move on faith. I just want to let people know in life, there's going to be a lot of times where you're going to doubt yourself. You're not going to believe in, what you can do. You may not even see the steps, but you have to make a step. You may not see the you may not see that vision right then, but you have to take a chance in life. If you do not take a chance in life, you will never know what you can truly become in life. People will always doubt you. People always say you can't do it, but you have to move on faith. It's best to move and know what could have happened than not do anything at all and never know what could have happened. So always make a move and see what the result may be. You may fail in life. You're going to fail. But you have to get back up and keep going forward. Never give up. Keep pursuing your dreams. Move on faith. Keep God first. Keep positive people in your corner. Don't listen to the naysayers and stay motivated and keep pushing. That's all I have to say.
That's awesome.
Awesome, Byron. Never give up, people. Keep the faith. We would like to thank everybody. Why are we echoing? We'd like to thank everyone for tuning in tonight. We'd like to especially thank Tiffany Davis for tuning in to Tiffspirational. Definitely follow her at Tiffspirational _ on Instagram. Remember, as we close out, breast cancer screening can help find breast cancer early when the chances are the highest. Thus, it is important that everyone gets a mammogram screening. Regardless of your race or ethnicity, breast cancer is important. So get checked out. It's important. Early detection. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And then contact your health provider for more information. We gave you a snippet tonight, but your health provider is the expert. Please, ladies and guys, go get your annual checkups. And let's do what's right, man, and make sure it's done. I really, truly thank Tiffany. We'll be back on next Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. Make sure you subscribe to our show. You can also watch the replay on YouTube. Subscribe to The Real Change Show. If you want to be a guest on our show, contact us at realchangeshow@gmail.com. realchangeshow@gmail.com. If you like to advertise, like Blaze Fit is one of our advertisers, Jarbo Enterprises is one of our sponsors or advertisers, contact us at realchangeshow@gmail.com. Jadrian, any last words? Byron, any last words before DJ J Smooth takes us out tonight?
Awesome show. Again, thanks so much to Tiffany. Thanks everyone for joining in. Make sure you tune in again, same time next week. Thank you for interacting. Thank you for the awesome questions again. Same time next week. We'll have different topics, different platform, and we're just going to keep it going. Thank you so much for joining.
I just want
to
thank Tiffany once again for being very inspirational and inspiring me even more and just spreading the word. Thank you so much. Thank everybody for joining the show, putting up with us for an hour. We greatly appreciate it. We'll be back next week once again, 8 Central, 9 Eastern. And hope everybody have a great week and a great weekend. Stay safe, stay positive.
Everybody go be great. Go
be great, guys. DJ J Smooth, take us out.
Yo, Rakim, what's up? Yo, I'm doing analogy, man. I'm trying to get paid in full.
We should have played NWA for Tiffany.
Right? Carol Lewis is our agent. The key and far from Broadway is our company. Indeed. Okay, so who we rolling with then? We rolling with Rush, Rush Town Management. Check this out. Since we talking over this deaf beat right here that I put together, I want to hear some of them deaf rhymes. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry. It was a cheap shot. I'm sorry.